All right, so we are here with VJ Anthony, aka Vincent Anthony Jr. And VJ, I ran into you at the Jordan game in Durham a couple weeks ago.
Right.
And then I see you versus Illinois come out, 3 sacks, ACC Defensive Player of the Week. I'm like, this couldn't have timed out any better. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling great, feeling blessed as always. Just good to be here.
Talk to me about that performance. Obviously, you'd want to have a win against a team like Illinois,
Right.
number 11 in the country, but just as a pass rusher to come out and make an impact like that, what is that like?
It's really amazing. It starts in the beginning of the week, just watching film. I had a good week of preparation, watching film with my coach, Coach Bauer, Harlan Bauer, and the defensive staff, also with head coach, Coach Diaz, and it translated to the game. So it was great.
You know, so many times I imagine on defense, you're putting in all this work and you don't get the payoff, right? You don't get the sack.
Right.
And you might not get a sack for games at a time.
Right.
So to have 3 come through like that, is that just kind of like the product of all your hard work?
For sure. Just preparing during the summer, getting the weight room with Coach Feely, doing what I had to do there, which was a great summer. It was amazing. It was probably my best summer I've had in my college career. So just doing that and translating it out to camp and then to the field, starting with the Elon game and now this game, it's really full circle.
I know you're from Durham. Are you truly born and raised Durham too?
Yes, sir. Born and raised Durham Regional Hospital over there, North Duke Street. And then I grew up going to Durham Public Schools and living over there near South Point Mall. So really a dream come true.
Was it always a dream to come to Duke? Because I know you got some other ties, right?
Right.
Your dad played at NC Central, and I believe your mom went to school at Carolina?
She did go to school at Carolina. So crazy thing, I actually grew up a Carolina fan.
Okay.
Grew up a diehard Carolina fan, and then got offered by Coach Cut and his coaching staff, Coach Cutcliffe. And so that's where I made my transition to being a diehard Duke fan and coming here to play for Duke and play for the home crowd.
That's still a huge honor, right? I mean, did you kind of have to wrap yourself around that? Like, okay, I'm not going to Carolina, but I'm going to be a Duke football player in the ACC.
No, for sure. A huge honor, and I love it. All of my friends, family, aunties, uncles, brothers, and sisters get to come see me play football these past 4 years, and it's really, truly been amazing.
So you were a 3-star player at a Jordan high school. Did you feel like you were overlooked, that you could have, gotten more offers from more places?
For sure. For sure felt overlooked, for sure felt underestimated, but I think that just put a chip on my shoulder when I got here. I enrolled early as a freshman during that spring semester, so I left high school a semester early. So I for sure came into college with a chip on my shoulder, and that chip has just grown bigger and bigger, and now here we are.
You've played for Mike Elko for 2 years and now second year here with Manny Diaz. What's it been like kind of going through the 2 different coaching staffs?
It's been tough. I feel like any college football player that's gone through multiple coaching changes, got recruited by Coach Cut, he retires, getting in Coach Elko, then he goes, does what he has to do at Texas A&M, and then now bringing in Coach Diaz for the 2024 season and 2025 season. It's for sure been tough, but I think I've been resilient. I've got used to the coaching changes, learned the defense, picked up the defense really quick, and now here we are.
Were you a guy that ever looked at leaving? Because now that's just like the game of college football, right? It's like somebody has a good year or a new staff comes in, you just immediately think about the transfer portal.
No, not immediately thinking about the transfer portal. One thing, our class, class of 22, we made a pact really that we weren't going to leave, and most of the guys in our class stayed and figured it out. We just banded together and figured it out, and here we are.
What's it like being a college athlete now in 2025? I mean, I've looked at your social media. You're making your own kind of draft documentary in season as we speak. I imagine you have some potential brand deals, maybe an agent. What's all that like?
It's a lot. I'll say it's a lot. Everything goes by fast, and it all comes at you all at once. So just being able to keep my faith in God, stay focused, I talk to my family, my mom and dad every day. So them just keeping me focused, keeping me grounded through everything, it's really helped me a lot.
What do you think maybe some of the biggest misconceptions are out there that fans, media have about what it's like to be in college right now?
I'll say the misconceptions is a lot of people they just get to see what we do on the field, and social media and stuff like that. That plays a huge fact. But we put in a lot of work year round, really no months off. It's really 12 months getting it in and redoing it. And so just seeing the behind the scenes stuff, just weight room, treatment, film, even in January, February, watching film, preparing for, because we only get 12 games. So just preparing for those 12 games and hopefully more with playoffs and the national championship and stuff like that. But just preparing day in and day out, waking up early at 5 o'clock a.m., getting here, getting your treatment in, make sure getting your weightlifting in, getting your supplements, just eating right all the time. It's for sure hard, but it for sure pays out on Saturdays.
A little bit different from when your dad played at NC Central in the late 80s, huh?
Right. Huge difference.
What kind of advice has he given you through this process, given that he played college football?
Just perseverance, persevering through, giving your trust in God, just keeping your faith strong in Him, in God, and just always being there. Like I said, I talk to my parents, talk to my dad really every day. Also mom too, but really my pops every day since he played college football. He's been in the positions where I am right now, maybe not at the Power 4 level, but college football is college football. So just growing up a young man in this society, playing college football, handling with social media and all these different aspects, for sure has kept me grounded.
How active in the community of Durham are you? What kind of stuff are you doing to stay connected to where you're from?
So we just had our drive, my first community day drive. It's my first annual. So basically we picked 7 organizations, 7 foundations. So we picked 7 foundations that, and then we made an Amazon link to what those foundations needed, because maybe they had cut in funding or stuff like that. And so we had over 3,000 items got sent to my parents' house. So the house was filled with boxes. So 3,000 items going to each 7 of the foundations. So that was my first thing, and I plan to have that every year. And then now, just talking to my aunt, Aunt Yvette, she handles all of my community service stuff, and I just talk to her about almost weekly basis, and we're planning a turkey drive for Thanksgiving. And then, turkey drive for Thanksgiving. So that's what we're in the works in for now. So just keeping, and then just being in the community, trying different new restaurants that come to the community. A lot of just recovery places in the community. I know the team goes to a sauna house in Durham just to get the sauna and cold tub. Just being out in the community, meeting new people, making new friends, stuff like that has for sure kept me in the community.
And we first met at the Jordan versus Southern game.
Right.
What's it like kind of going back and being around the old high school football team?
It's amazing. It's amazing. It brings back a lot of memories, how I missed high school football, just being with my friends and just seeing how the hard work they put into, because high school football players put in hard work because they want to get to where I am now. And so it's really a full circle moment. So to go out there and see not just the kids at Jordan, but Southern, just the kids in this area, go out there and have fun and play the game that I love, makes me happy.
And seeing you on the sidelines, I don't know if you're gonna coaching you in the future. You weren't quiet out there. You were chirping a lot. What happens to you when you get on that sideline?
I just get excited. I get in my element. It's like me playing on the field or me practicing here at Duke, just because I know a lot of the guys that go to Jordan, and just coaching them up through simple things as I'm watching the game and being excited for a big play. And if it's a bad play, just coaching them up, getting them through and telling them next play, just stuff like that just helps me feel grounded in high school football, and then I just get to help the younger kids out.
What does it mean to be from Bull City? I feel like, people talk about Raleigh,
right?
They talk about the Triangle, but Durham has its own specific identity.
Durham is its own place, and it's beautiful. It's wonderful. The people here is what makes Durham. Durham isn't like you said. You have Raleigh, you have Charlotte, you even have Chapel Hill. But Durham, what makes Durham is the people of Durham. That's what I love about. That's why I stayed home. Really, just the people of Durham. They're huge friends. They come out, support. You give back to them. They pour into you even more. So just keep going. And Durham, I like to say Durham is a gritty place. Durham is a blue-collar place. People show up and they go to work every day, morning, noon, and night, which helps me keep going and gives me power and say, you know, VJ, you can keep doing this. If these people, the people of Durham and my parents can go to work every day, every morning, you can keep going when times gets hard and stuff like that. So it's amazing.
How much is just going here at Duke kind of transformed who you are and maybe what you think you could be? I see you're a double major in African and African American studies, and I believe cultural anthropology. So I imagine you got something in mind you want to do there too.
Right, and so I think Duke has one of the best African and African American studies programs in the country. So that was one of the reasons why I decided to come here too. And so just getting grounded in that department has been amazing. It's kind of set me up for life after football. I love museums. So African American museums, Black history museums, I'm a history buff. Yeah. So just being grounded in that and learning, I've learned a lot of things here at Duke through those 2 departments. And so back to, I love museums. So just being in, I want to eventually work in museums, own my own museum, a couple museums around the country, and then eventually get into teaching, being a professor, and also getting my doctorate in African American studies is one of my goals. And so that was really that's really my passion, and I kind of found that here at Duke. So it's been truly amazing.
Well, you're set up to do big things beyond football, but I know you're focused on trying to make the NFL too.
Right.
What kind of things are you doing now to make that happen? I know you're shooting some footage for a doc and different things, trying to get your name out there, I imagine.
Right. No. So just to talk a little bit about that, me and my friend Antonio, ALW Productions, he has his own production studio and all of that. I called him one day, and that's basically where it happened. I called him one day, probably in May, and said, well, let's document, you know, my training, what I do in the community, is document everything into the NFL draft. And he was down. He's been on board. He's been great. I ran track with him, went to middle school with him, known him since the 6th grade. So he's one of my best friends. And so just working with him, it's been amazing. It's been great. And so just documenting the stuff that I do, so people, like you said, people kind of only see what we do on Saturdays, so now people get to see what I do during the week and the community day stuff, and going to the Sonic House or going to train somewhere outside of Durham. It's just people get to see the full story, the full picture.
Well, you're definitely living the modern college athlete life, more than just football. What would you want to say to some of the kids out there, specifically in Durham, that might see you and see somebody that they could look up to someday?
Just keep going, keep persevering. There's a scripture, Philippians 4:13, that says, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. And I say that every day. I say that every day. I say that every time I step on the field. And so that keeps me going. So I want to be a model for the younger kids in Durham, but not just Durham, in North Carolina, across the whole country, that sees this, that if I can do it, they can do it too. And just tell them to keep going, keep persevering. Some of the same stuff my models, my role models told me, I want to pass it forward to them too.
Last thing I like to ask guys sometimes, is there something you wished people would ask you about?
That's a great question. Kind of what I do off the field.
Yeah.
Besides football, because I feel like it can be caught up where it's just, this guy just, I feel like it's a norm where, oh, he's a football player, he does this, he plays football, this and that. But just not for me. A lot of football players here at Duke, everywhere, like they have a life outside of football. So I just wish people, you know, really got to know the person, really got to know VJ, Vincent, for sure, outside of wearing the helmet and shoulder pads.
Well, great to kind of show the man behind the mask a little bit today.
Right.
VJ, thanks so much, and good luck the rest of the season.
No problem. Thank you.